Hello and welcome to Car Dealer Magazine's Road Test of the Year. Now this is our annual test of our favourite cars that have gone on sale in car dealer showrooms in the last 12 months. As you can see, we've got a rather eclectic mix of vehicles. Things like this Aston Martin Vanquish Volante, a Corvette Stingray that Arnold Clark has decided to start selling this year. And in this video, we're going to be taken for a test drive on some amazing roads here in Wales. I'm going to chat to my colleagues about what they think of them, and at the end of it, try and come up with a winner. Car Dealer has been travelling to Wales for 17 years now to try out the latest new models to hit forecourts. This year, the contenders are more varied than ever before. There's hot hatches in the shape of the petrol-powered Audi RS3, alongside electric offerings from Alpine and Abarth. Aston Martin's £330,000 Vanquish Volante brings some glamour, while the garish Corvette Stingray adds a bit of V8 brute force. And for the off-road fans, there's Toyota's all-important Land Cruiser in, well, brown. Now, we know these cars are not classed as direct rivals, and for this test, they're not supposed to be. Instead, this is a celebration of some of the most interesting models to arrive in showrooms in the last 12 months. Our road testers will eventually score the cars in 10 categories, from looks to excitement, handling to value for money, before revealing a winner on the Car Dealer Magazine website. This video is their hot take, shot while on location during a 3-day test. First up, it's Audi's RS3.
So, I'd press that RS button personally.
Oh yeah. Try not to kill any sheep.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of sheep around today.
So, Audi RS3.
Yeah.
Nice engine in this, 5-cylinder, 2.5 litre.
Yes, yeah. Classic Audi engine, really.
Yeah. Why is it here on Road Test of the Year then?
I think the RS3's always been the kind of like all-weather, all-time champion, really.
Yeah.
If it was raining, which it obviously isn't now.
Yet. I mean, we are in Wales.
We are in Wales, so it will be raining shortly.
Yeah.
It would be one of the quickest here, out of all.
It is fantastic to drive.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, I love a hot hatch.
Yeah, and that's a dying breed.
Yes.
If you have a look today, we've got the A290, we've got the 600E, both electric hot hatches. We're not getting really any. This is the only 5-cylinder hot hatch left.
Why are Audi still championing a 5-cylinder petrol engine then?
I think they're just keeping it going for as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean, God bless them for it.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is going to be it now. This will be the last one. So we've got 395 horsepower.
Wow.
Horsepower.
Yeah.
So you've got nearly 400 brake in a hot hatch. That's still got a decent boot, and you can get 4 people in it quite comfortably. Quattro all-wheel drive, of course. You've got 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. You know, it's really fast.
You know, you rewind the clock a few years back, and don't mind the sheep, a few years back, and I mean, that was supercar territory,
Yeah,
wasn't
under
it?
4 seconds.
Yeah.
It would be mad. You'd be expecting that from Ferrari or Aston Martin.
We've got an interesting lineup of cars this year for Rotosi.
Eclectic.
And eclectic, I would say. This one really tugs at heartstrings still. It's got a petrol power, it's a hot hatch, it's fast, it's designed for roads like this, isn't it?
It is. And it's not too big.
No.
Which is really nice nowadays, because a lot of cars are very big.
It's one of the ones I'm most excited about. We've got a very interesting lineup, but I just think old school hot hatches, big engines, big power, for drivers, for people who love cars, and that's sort of what this test is about a little bit.
Exactly.
This is where it's at for me. From hot hatch to Super GT. Next up was Aston Martin's Vanquish Volante. It's a £330,000 V12, boasting twin turbos, 824 brake horsepower, and an incredible 1,000 Newton meters of torque. But how does it fare on these winding Welsh roads? Right, Aston Martin. Do feel that they have dulled the V12 a little bit with the twin turbos.
I think it's emissions.
Yeah, it's such a shame.
I don't think it's because it's not performance.
No, it's still it is fast, but it's very different to Aston Martins of old. If I rewind the clock back to one of the first the first road test of the year we did, we had a DBS there. Absolutely sublime car.
Oh, I see which DBS
just
you mean.
A beautiful 2008 that was beautiful V12. sounded incredible. This doesn't excite me in the same way.
It's very, very capable. It feels more turbo noisy than exhaust noisy. But it is, 824 horsepower.
824 horsepower.
1,000 newton meters of torque.
Wow.
It's a real...
And in terms of 0 to 60, I mean, what are we achieving in something like this?
Just over 3.
Just over 3.
And then 214 flat out.
It feels massive on the road though. And it feels massive to drive, yet really small and enclosed inside.
I think you're going to have a surprise when you get in the Corvette.
Yeah,
That's
even worse.
Smaller inside.
Yeah. This does feel like a real gentleman's GT.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think if you wanted to go quite quickly for a long time, you'd be quite cozy in this, really. I think it's like 16 seconds to put the roof up and down. You can do it at 30 miles an hour, so it's really good. And it's a fabric roof, so it's not too heavy.
Yes.
And I do think that in Aston Martins lately, they've got this bit down here, which obviously you can't see on the camera, but the touch points, the bit you use, are spot on.
The tactile bits in this car are very nice, and it's you can see where some of the money's gone, can't you? The carbon fibre inlays, the nice switchgear. It is premium. There's no doubt about it.
This is all copper backed
it?
Carbon, so you can see it's slightly orange.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So
it is beautiful.
It's nice that it's got that level of build quality to it. I think Vanquish production is about 1,000 cars, and Volante falls within that production. So it's quite rare. You're not
Very low
an awful
volume.
lot of Vanquish Volantes. I think it's a good car for Aston Martin to still have. Talking about the RS3 with its 5-cylinder engine, we've got a V12 in 2025 in Road Test of the Year, which is pretty amazing, really, when you think about it.
Yes.
So the engine should be celebrated, but it's just not. I guess what you're saying is it's just not got as much personality as you expect a V12 to have.
Does it set my world alight though?
So so it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. It's £300,000.
Could I see myself spending £300,000 on something like this? No. But then maybe I'm not the target buyer. I want my sports cars to be a bit more live. I want them to be. I want them to sound a little bit more evocative. I want them to be a little bit more exciting to drive. And this doesn't quite tick all those boxes for me. I can see why some people would love it. That it's for probably those slightly older drivers, dare I say it, who are going to enjoy long distance driving. And
I mean, you can see it loaded up with nice suitcases. Driving
a little bit of Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton suitcase.
Heading to Monaco. And I love the fact that Aston Martin is still persevering with the V12.
Yeah.
There's very few manufacturers that are. You've got Ferrari, you've got Aston Martin, and I mean, thankfully they still are, because if you are a car fan and if you are a bit of a petrol head like I am, it's important that we've still got cars like this. Abarth 600E is a 278 brake horsepower electric hot hatch. It's got a limited slip diff, trick sound generator, and is Abarth's most powerful car to date. But is it any good? Let me start with the positive bits.
Okay. I think it's going to be quite a short list, this, isn't it?
Is,
I'm braced.
I mean, it feels a bit like a rally car inside, and I quite like the driving position.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I find the steering a little bit devoid of feedback. I just find it very, very light. Doesn't feel connected. On these twisty roads, you shot off in the Audi, Jack was in the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
This thing, it just didn't feel planted in any way. I had no confidence in it. So it doesn't do it for me. It doesn't set my world alight. But what's the point in this car? Tell me, who are they aiming at?
Well, Abarth as a brand it's always been, for the last 10 years or so, it's just been about one car, the 500, the 695, whatever you want to call it. So they're trying to do what every brand is doing and trying to expand their range. And Abarth have said they were going to be doing a sporty version of the 500X for years, and that never happened, and now they've done this 600E. I disagree with you a little bit. I think it's really quite good. It's got a limited slip differential, this car. I think the chassis is quite nice and playful on it. I don't know. It's a silly car. It's bright purple, isn't it? And big wheels and that ridiculous wing on the back. It's got a bit of a sense of humour, but
I think it looks like a fruit pastel. I mean, do you enjoy driving it?
On a day like today, when we've got things that are so competent, like the RS3 ticks every single box, doesn't it? And yes, the Corvette is a bit of an ugly duckling, but there's something about it, isn't there? The fact it's got a naturally aspirated V8 and it's a bit ridiculous and what have you, and etc. Compared to those cars, I don't think any electric car, perhaps aside from the Ioniq 5N, they can never impress. They can never deliver the same levels of fun, engagement, all the things that's the reason why we do this job.
Yeah.
And I don't think these electric cars can deliver that. We are at that weird point at the moment.
Yes.
We're going to be at this weird point for a few more years now, where you've still got fantastically intoxicating petrol engine cars and electric cars which are getting better all of the time, but they're bashing into each other.
We've been doing this test since 2008,
Yeah.
and we've had some amazing cars over the years, some absolutely fantastic vehicles that I've been desperate to drive every single morning. This morning, getting up, I wasn't excited about one of these cars. Not one of them sets my heart alight like those cars did in the past. We had cars like the Ferrari 458, we had an Aston Martin DBS,
Nissan GTR, yes.
some amazing vehicles over the years.
Fiesta ST, I mean, everybody wanted to jump in there every single morning.
I
didn't
just
they?
feel now a bit disappointed about the way the industry's heading. Tell me a little bit about this vehicle then. I mean, it's £38,000.
They've done quite a bit to it. They've firmed up the chassis. It's got really stiffer springs, huge wheels on it. We've got limited slip differential on this. There are two power versions. This is the Scorpionismo.
Is that why it's got these ridiculous Mind the Scorpion badges all
Probably.
over
It's a
it?
bit cringe, isn't it?
Oh, terribly so.
The top version, so 276 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 5.8 seconds. There's a lower powered version which gets 237 brake horsepower.
What sort of range do you get out of this? I mean, we've
Well-
driven it up to Wales and had to charge it twice,
So it's got a 51 kilowatt hour battery.
which is quite small, isn't
Yeah, so the claimed range is just over 200 miles, really.
it? Feels heavy, I find, this car. I think, you go into a corner like this, it feels heavy. The brakes don't give you any feedback. The steering's very, very non-descriptive. You just don't, it doesn't give you the feedback you need. I mean, like here, there's no feel in it.
No.
I find it very disappointing. It's not a sports car.
What made you change your mind last year when we had the Ioniq 5N?
Well, I think the Ioniq 5N it was incredibly fast. It
Yeah.
was, and as a result, it was exciting. I like the way it sort of generated the gear changes.
Yeah.
The noise it made was much better than this.
Yeah.
It's not like a hot hatch for me.
No.
You've already referenced the Fiesta ST. Great car.
Yes.
Brilliant thing to drive. This is nowhere close to it. Now, this year's Road Test of the Year is sponsored by Autoglim, and we've chosen them as a partner because, as you can imagine, we need to clean these cars regularly, and we need something that's going to be quick, reliable and easy to use, and Rapid Detailer is one of those products. We also use Fast Glass. It's another very good product to clean up the cars, and when we're doing photo shoots, as you can see, like Johnny Ray is now, it's very important that we can get the job done quickly and easily. We need the job to be done fast so we can spend more time taking pictures. It's the same time in my dealership. I use Autoglim products at the Clever Car Collection, and they've just won Car Dealer Magazine's Car Dealer Recommends for their products. They're genuinely very, very good, very useful and worth using on shoots like this and in your dealership. For more information, check out the Autoglim website. It's autoglim.com. But now, back to some cars. Now, this is a first for our Road Test of the Year, a Chevrolet Corvette. Being imported to the UK now in right-hand drive, it features a 6.2 litre V8 with 482 brake horsepower, and it will hit 60 mile an hour in 3.5 seconds. But in this spec, it's certainly not for the shy and retiring. Corvette Stingray.
Stingray! Oh, a naturally aspirated V8 there, James. Can't beat it, can
No,
you?
you can't actually. It's nice to have a car like this in Road Test of the Year.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's like-
you weren't saying that 5 minutes
No,
ago.
look, let me caveat that. It's nice to have a sports car with a V8 in Road Test of the Year. Shame it happens to be in a Corvette. I mean, come on, look at it. It is the world's most gorgeous car.
Yeah. The problem I have with it is it doesn't look like a Corvette, does it?
Well, it sort of does. It's
No, Corvettes are front engine. They have long bonnets. They have like bubble glass kind of canopies, and this is Well, to me, it looks like a combination of a Ferrari, a McLaren, even in this paint scheme, it looks like a Lotus to me.
You are being very kind to the Corvette then. I mean, we've been drawing straws about who's going to actually drive the thing.
Have we been drawing? Because I've not been involved with drawing those straws.
That's
which
why you've been
explains a lot,
driving
doesn't it? What don't you like about it?
What don't I like about it? I don't like the looks in any way, shape, or form.
I agree with you.
I just think it is so outrageously ugly.
You could say that about most Lamborghinis, though.
Oh, come on. Yeah, but they're brutally beautiful.
Brutally beautiful.
This is not.
It's the looks are challenging, and like I've already said, to me it doesn't look like a Corvette, and I think it's a bit like a Mustang. Hence why the Mustang recipe hasn't really changed that much, because it's got a certain kind of look, and if you like Mustangs, you want that car, don't you? It's the same with the Corvette, I think. By them switching it from front engine to mid-engined, it's not a Corvette for me.
Why is it here?
Well, it's here because they've been coming over to the UK for the past couple of years, but 2025 was the real proper year where you can buy one in this country. So 3 dealers, 2 are Arnold Clark, the third one, the name escapes me. But 2, and let's not beat around the bush. Arnold Clark, they're as we know, very savvy operator, hugely profitable company. So they have obviously see some cause to actually offer Corvette amongst their brands in the UK. And not only is there the Stingray, but there's a full range of Corvettes you can buy in the UK. The Stingray is the entry level. There's the Z06, which is like the more hardcore version with a different V8. It has a totally different V8 engine to this. And then there's the E-Ray, which is this new, quite interesting. It's a hybrid. It's got an electric motor on the front axle, same V8 we've got here, but it's with a tiny little battery, so it's a bit of a hybrid. I think it's 482 horsepower, 0 to 60 in around 3.5 seconds, which you may remember last year when we had lots of like the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. I mean, that car could do that 0 to 60 even quicker than that. So, really, it's mad to say it, but 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds isn't that quick these days at all, is it? It does sound good, though. It
does sound good, and I think that is the engine is its saving grace.
It is, and that's such an American-sounding V8 as well. It's a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated engine. In the Z06, it's a 5.5 litre V8 flat plane crank engine, which is derived from the race car. So it's got the right heart, this car, for sure.
Inside though, I mean, it is complicated, isn't it? I mean, I would say fussy. I mean, what is this
I have
about?
never known. How do you need so many controls to tweak the climate control?
Is that what all
I had
those
to
are?
pull over this morning and work out what the heated rear window button was. Because I couldn't work out where it was, but it's all there. I know, it's all a bit much, really.
And dynamically, it's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible at all.
It is quite good fun to
drive.
drive.
It is. And, Corvettes have traditionally had leaf suspension. They've been very, very basic, very, very sort of archaic.
It's quick, isn't it? It is quick.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
And the gearbox, 8-speed DCT, I would have thought, it's terrible, isn't it? But I just assumed a DCT in a Corvette would be sluggish and not very good. But it's actually really well tuned to the engine.
Sort of car that I would never buy, but have quite enjoyed driving.
No, it's actually surprised me, because when this car turned up a couple of days ago, I was really disappointed by the way it looked. I wasn't that excited about driving it, but after driving it here, it's sort of reignited a bit of excitement for me, actually. It's, I don't know, I've been a bit surprised by it, actually.
Back to the future and the Alpine A290. This is the performance version of the resurrected Renault 5, and it comes with 215 brake horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. Its 0 to 60 time of 6.2 seconds won't be setting any records, but Alpine hopes its retro looks will be enough to win over buyers. But are they? Before you tell me why it's so brilliant, let me give you my opinion on it,
Right,
just
okay.
very quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this car looks awesome.
Oh, it looks
And
really good.
I mean, the design is brilliant. The little touches, the little French flags, like the details in the lights inside.
Boxy arches.
It's cool. It
Yeah.
is a cool looking car. Then I drove it and I was massively disappointed because I was expecting it to be balls out fast, really quick, leery, like the Ioniq 5 we had last year, and it just doesn't feel like that. It feels to me a little bit too light, a little bit too torque steery, not quite quick enough.
What I like about this car is that it's small.
Yep.
It's not very heavy for this kind of car, really. It doesn't feel heavy to drive.
Okay.
You've got room in the road to work about. And if you get some pace into it, because it's more about, you know, when you drove your first car and the best thing was maintaining speed.
I had a 1.1 Fiesta Popular Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to maintain a lot of speed.
So the problem is with the new electric cars is that they are too quick. So like a new Genesis GV60 with a performance pack, it's 400 brake horsepower. So that is way too fast for normal. Our perception of speed has completely gone out the window. This is a normal speed car for a hatchback, right? A little bit quicker. It'll still outdrag most stuff, but you've got to work for it, which I really like.
See, it's me fighting the steering wheel I don't like.
Yeah, but I think that's putting character into it, isn't it?
Who's this car for though, Jack? You said like you didn't know who the Renault 5 was for. Who is this for?
At least
it's £38,000, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least this is a second car that's quite exciting to drive.
I mean, that's an expensive second car.
So is the Renault 5, really, isn't it? I think as far as small electric cars go, it's pretty good, and it feels special.
Pretty good.
It feels special.
Put that in the review.
It feels nice.
Pretty good.
It feels like a special, interesting car. There's stuff to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying, do you know what I mean, until you eventually say yes. I'm glad we came to no conclusion aside from the fact that you don't like this car.
No, I'm now going to park it up and probably never drive it again. While the Alpine may not have floated our boats, at least the new Toyota Land Cruiser is the size of one. This is a proper four-wheel drive. It's in this test because it's a car many enthusiasts have been waiting a rather long time for. But was it worth the wait?
Why have you got a Land Cruiser here then, James?
Well, it's quite an iconic car, isn't it? And it's been taking a long time to be replaced, this vehicle. And I think if you look at this, it looks absolutely mega. It looks so good.
Yeah.
The people I know who own Land Cruisers absolutely love them. Then they've bought them and had them for long periods of time. Probably been waiting for something like this to come along, the new one. But will they like it back?
No.
No, I don't think they will. It is very beepy, isn't it? I mean,
I
most modern cars beep, but this one,
it's very
beeps
beepy.
It's very excessive.
I have to say, this is the most disappointing car I've driven all year.
Really?
They are legendary, but they're also incredibly good at what they do. And I just feel as though Toyota have slightly taken their eye off the ball here, because I feel as though they've slightly focused a little bit too much on the styling. This doesn't have refined driving manners.
This is incredibly agricultural, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. You can see this very much at home on a farm. It's got Shogun levels of charm to it, hasn't
Yes.
it? And this was the first car I drove. It's the car we drove up here to Wales. I was surprised at how little room there is in it. You know, it's a seven-seater. The floor pan is very high.
Huge centre console, haven't we?
It's a huge car, but feels very small inside, which surprised me. And at first, I drove it. Okay, it was quite early in the morning, so maybe I hadn't had enough coffee, but it did annoy me a little bit. As the test has gone on, some of the charm of this vehicle has started to win me over a little bit.
Yeah.
I think what Toyota have been quite clever at doing is with the styling of this vehicle. They're going to really appeal to the lifestyle buyers.
Yeah.
I think the problem with that is when a lifestyle buyer gets into this, somebody who's buying it for the looks, not because of all of the underpinnings and the off-road capabilities.
They don't appreciate
They'll
that
drive
side,
it,
yes.
and like I did for the first time, and think, why is this riding so badly? Why does it feel like a tractor? I think those are the buyers who are going to be disappointed. Those people who are buying it for the looks, not for its capabilities.
Yeah.
Right, we've driven all the cars. we've got to choose a winner. Well, let's pick one for me and tell me why it's number one for you. Which is it's a hard choice.
It's I know people say this all the time. Oh, this year was the hardest year ever. This really has been a tricky year. Not because everything's brilliant, quite the reverse actually. I found big flaws in everything, and I don't really know what I would go home with. I feel as though I'm warming towards the RS3, and I feel conflicted about going for that because that car is 5-ish years. It's a nice, it's a facelift. They've introduced it for this year, but essentially that RS3 package of that big, lovely 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine, quattro 4-wheel drive, big, in your face kind of, very macho styling hasn't changed for the past 15 years really. So as a format, that car hasn't changed, and yet I feel as though it's the best car here because it ticks every single box really, and I think that's a reflection of the car market as a whole at the moment. A car that's actually quite old doesn't really bring anything new to the party. In actual fact, the older is better.
What is your number one?
I think it's a good mix this year. I do really like the A290. I'm a big fan of the way it looks. I think that's a very desirable electric car. Similar for the Abarth actually. The Abarth I actually think is far better. If you drove the regular 600E and then drove that, you'd be like, did this come out of the same place? The Land Cruiser I also really like. I think
it's definitely grown on me.
Yeah, this is an off-roader. I think people have got so used to driving soft SUVs.
Yes, they have.
This is actually just what they are normally like, and it can go everywhere, it can do everything. For me, it's tricky because I really like the RS3, and I think the RS3 is almost like a showcase of what we've left behind, but it's right here. So for me, it's a very difficult one. I mean, I'd probably put the Alpine at my top. I really like that car, but it'd be a very close thing between that and the RS3.
So Alpine number one for you.
Yeah.
Bats was Audi RS3. Let me tell you where my thoughts are at. I'm just going to go in straight in with my number one, and it's going to be 2-1 for the Audi.
Right. Okay.
It is my favourite here by a long shot. Electric cars just don't do it for me. I am a petrol head through and through. I get that there needs to be progress. I get that this electric cars are the way we're heading. They don't excite me. The cars here, I feel like they're trying a little bit too hard for me. The Alpine looks amazing, but I just didn't enjoy it to drive. The Abarth, I don't like the way it looks, and I didn't like the way it drives. So for me, the RS3 is just a perfect blend of a brilliant engine, 4-wheel drive, a fantastic hot hatch, something that is exciting, and on roads like this, very exciting to drive. What I love about our road test of the year is it pictures a unique collection of cars together. None are really direct rivals, but it's not about that. This is about the most important cars these manufacturers have launched in the last 12 months, the most exciting cars we think have arrived in showrooms. And while not all of them may float our boat, it gives us a unique look at the state of the automotive market right here, right now. Which is your favourite? Let us know in the comments, and for more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the Car Dealer Magazine YouTube channel.